How did you get into content creation first? Like, where did the journey begin?
Oh, I don't want to get too deep here. I was during A levels. I was didn't really go to school during A levels. I was at home. I was in hospital for ages, and I was sort of had a problem with my nerves and my back. I was doing stupid amount of weights, like overdoing my body to the point where I was like I'd collapse onto the floor and stuff. So I didn't go to school. And then I was like, I started up a little like edit page. You know how you see all those like football edits and stuff. And I was like, let me just, I was bedbound. I didn't move. I was too anxious to get out of bed. So I was like, you know what? Only thing I want to do is put my mind to sitting and editing random Watford players, Championship players. I think we were in the Premier League at that point. No, we weren't. 2021.
I think you might have. Was that not the season you went down?
Might have been. It was around that time when we were sort of playing about a little bit. And then I hit 10,000 followers on that account, and I was like, it gave me the ping of monetization, and I was like, I always saw like YouTubers, TikTokers making like money and things like that, and I was like, it's not real, really. Like, and the monetization came through, and I was like, this is actually possible. And then gave me like requirements of you need to have like it needs to be original, and it needs to like be a face behind it, not just copy and pasted up like other people's stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm never going back to school again. Who really cares what anyone thinks? So just set up. It was during the Euros then, where I was just like, I started doing predictions for the Euros, where I did fantasy Euros and like betting predictions and things like that. And that was I got the first brand deal through from some random betting company. Just gave me 50 quid to promote them to do the European Championship predictions. And I was like, there's a start. And then from then, a year later, I've just sort of kicked on from it, got a bit of confidence, and then rolled with it. Just sort of see where it's taken me, and it's gone all right. Just keep pushing.
Yeah. Would you say that mindset that you went ahead and had of, you know, who cares what people really think? Did that like help you push on and strive forward?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think it's a bit of a, I feel like when we were all younger, we all had that mindset of like, because when I was in primary school, I think we all did like the little terrible, can I swear?
Preferably not at the start.
The terrible YouTube channels we all made that when we were younger. Just playing football or playing FIFA or something. I mean, it was terrible. We all had that confidence to post ourselves online when we were at that age. And then when you get to sort of secondary school, you just think, I'm not allowed to do this anymore.
Yeah, there kind of becomes like unwritten social rules
or something of like,
I feel like everyone just sort of gets to the point where it's like a socially unacceptable thing to try and be an influencer or try and be a content creator. And then I just thought, it just flicked, and I was like, I'm never going to go see these people ever again. If they're horrible, why do I care? So that's definitely a big starting point. If anyone's going to get into content, is just not care what anyone else thinks and just go for it, really.
Yeah, most definitely. And like, you've absolutely smashed it. You've done a bunch of worked at a bunch of events, gone ahead and done loads of that. We're going to get into that now. I saw that you worked at Ballers League recently.
Yes, that was a really random call up. That was like, I literally just off my own back went to Baller League with my sister and my cousin. My cousin loves it. And I was just like, you know what, let's just all go together. And I made a video of how much it costs to go, sort of being like, because when I make my videos, I try and make it as if like, what do the audience get from it? If I just go to the Baller League and film my experience, like no one's really going to care. I'm not at that point where anyone's going to care about what I think about things. So I was like, you know what, let me just show what it's like for other people to want to go to Baller League. So I was like, how much does it cost? What do you get from this experience? Who do you meet, etc. And it did really well, did a couple 100,000 views, and then Rocket from Baller League reached out to me and was like, do you want to just come down for like a trial week? And I was like, absolutely, I'm not going to turn that down. I was just like, went behind, not expecting to do much. I was sort of just thinking that I was going to be like a, you know, when you just sort of bystand and watch over other people. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy it, see what Baller League is all about, how it works behind the scenes. And Rocket was unreal. He just sort of gave me full permission to just wander about Baller League, go wherever I wanted to go. And I was like, oh, this doesn't feel right. And I was meeting all these people that I was like, been watching for years, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, yeah. So I was really grateful for that experience. That was probably one of the, was it this year? It was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite very recent.
Yeah, I think about 2 weeks ago or so.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Highlight of the year then so far.
Highlight of the year so far in 2026.
It's a really interesting concept as well. It's something that like you can see it's kind of being done in different places. I think everyone kind of has their different way of doing it, but from everyone who I've spoken to who's gone to it, and I've spoken to a couple of people who've been a bit like you, kind of just gone around.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to think it's really well run, and I think it must have been really weird seeing like the kind of inner workings of it. 'Cause it's easy to see on TV, but there's so much that goes in.
There's a security at every single door. Like there's like backstage doors for like talent, like you got celebrity talent like Michael Richards, etc. And then you got influencer talent, and there's a security guard at every single door. It's really like you'd think it's just the pitch and then backstage bits, but there's so much that goes into it, and they get paid so much. I thought it was just like because it's still new, isn't it? Baller League. I thought it was like a trial, like players would be doing it for
season.
It's
finished.
They get paid like £1,000 like per match. I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
Or like a week or something. Like it was like similar to like National League, EFL League 2 levels, and I was like, there's a budget behind it as well, so they must be confident that it's going to be a decently big thing in the future.
No, definitely. I always think of Ballers League. I've got the clip in my mind where was it Nico Omelana with the coffin at the start of the season? I'm pretty sure because of the stuff on the traitors. That always just sticks out to me in my head. Whenever I think of Ballers League, for some reason I think of that, and it is just fun and different. Like you see these influencers who make such creative and fun videos to be able to have the platform that they've gone ahead and created for themselves, of course in partnership with Sky Sports and some other broadcasters, but to be able to go ahead and just make something different, have a little bit of fun. And you see there's a lot of young people, young kids who they absolutely love it, don't they? You see them going absolutely mental.
It's good quality as well. Like
it's loud in that arena. They're screaming all the whole time. But it's on. The only thing I'd say is they have it a bit on too late. There's a lot of people that leave towards the end. Yeah. But I'm going to guess that's going to be TV, right?
Like 6 to 11 or something like that. But
So it got to the point where there was like, obviously, parents have been like, that's it, bedtime now. We can't watch the last 2 matches
on a Monday as well, school.
Yeah, but
I think
they
the
love
fact
it.
that Sky Sports as well is like the main broadcasting is massive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's absolutely huge, and it's just a fun thing to see. It's something different. Like in Spain, don't they? Is it the Kings League that Gerard Piqué runs? Like that's totally different. And
didn't Neymar? I saw John Ellis met Neymar at was it Kings League?
Was it?
Yeah, Neymar does that.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm pretty sure he owns one of the teams. I think.
Really?
One of the teams is his team.
So it was in Spain.
I think so.
There's Germany.
Yes.
There's the one Piqué did, and there's another one. I know Brazil have started doing one. I'm not sure. How it's doing, because they had like a similar thing like international recently. They did like a kind of almost like Kings League kind of World Cup, which is quite interesting. That it's suddenly become like a massive like popularity.
Yeah.
Like the kind of fast-paced football has become like massive.
It's quite fun to watch, really, isn't it? Because it's just not
like
fast-paced. Yeah, exactly.
Just fast-paced. I think the game change is a really interesting concept as well. Having something that decides a game can go like completely like 2 different ways. I think it's clearly done really well. The fact they've had 2 seasons already, I think it can only get bigger. Yeah. And, the more money they put in, the more they get out of it.
Yeah, no, exactly that. As we were talking about different countries, we went to Croatia.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
I think travelling's been the best thing I've done, and Croatia is my favourite place that I've been to.
Yeah.
It might have been just because it was the first place I went to, like, solo travel. Bit of, like, a independence kick, maybe, or I don't know what it was. I just, like, when I went there and I landed and I was like, I'm by myself. I'm in another country. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Something about the freedom about it, and I don't know. It's especially when I was bedbound and I was like stuck in my room looking at the same 4 walls for like 2 years. I was like, all I ever wanted to do during that period was just get out of the house. And then as soon as I was better and was able to go out of the house, I was like, I'm gonna just dedicate my life to 92 stadiums, traveling the UK-ish, if that's what you want to call it, really, doing the 92, and then other countries, just seeing what it's like in the world, because I don't know, I don't really want to leave the world without seeing a lot of it, like most of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get that completely. I agree with that.
Which is totally like a fair statement to have, because there's so many countries and so many different places and different cultures. Like,
countries next to each other can be so
Yeah.
completely different.
It's like, I mean, even if you travel to Wales or Scotland from England, you see there's so many differences, and then you travel somewhere on the other side of the world and it's even further different. And I just love seeing from city to city even how different places can be. Like America, for example, is all technically one country, but there's 50 states in that, and every city in that state is different.
It's interesting. I think, there's the obvious thing of like language, culture. But then there's
well, you've lived in another country, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I lived in Amsterdam, was in Brazil for a bit. it's really interesting because like, I think traveling it's one of those things where it's like, look, as I said, there's obvious things of like language, culture, stuff, but there's like really small things that you find that's either similar or different. So of course, like food's different, but then you look at like transport, you might get something that's completely similar to here that you just never really think of.
Yeah.
Or
double-decker trains in Amsterdam.
Oh,
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's mental, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a weird concept.
I was
isn't it?
finding
Right,
it
you see
crazy.
what I mean? It's really strange. Even with like just everything. Like I'll take Amsterdam for example. Everyone cycles everywhere.
Yeah.
You've got twice the amount of bikes and you have cars. And it's like here you get it occasionally, but most of the time every street you look at there's cars.
People whinge at people on bikes normally
Exactly.
here. It's like, people are like, oh, get out of the way.
People hate them. Live in like Copenhagen, live in Amsterdam. People are complaining about the cars.
It's the main way of getting around, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like so much more like friendly and everything,
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned going across the 92. How many have you actually done? I've got down here 69.
69 is correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't been to a new because they're all up north. The rest of the ones that I've got left.
Yeah, there's
The only southern one I've got left, professionals, are Exeter and Bromley.
Right.
But I mean, Exeter's a trek anyway.
Exeter, I may as well be going up all the way to Newcastle.
Yeah.
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 Bromley's a bit easier, I guess.
That's it. It was the only reason why I've left Bromley is I've got a little scratch map on my wall, and Bromley's not on there because I got it 2 years ago when they were not in the EFL. So I was looking about and I was like, there's one southern one, and then Bromley I was like, it's not even on there. So all the ones I've got left are all really northern ones, and it's because the train prices are so.
Oh, they're so
I've been
much.
stuck on like
Ridiculous.
67, 68, 69 for it must be a few months now.
Yeah.
Because I've done all the championship ones with Watford's.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we don't get relegated to League One, so I have to do those
Yeah.
ones with Watford. And all the Premier League ones are so hard to get. I had to go to a Bournemouth under-21s game because Bournemouth was so hard to get.
Oh, it's terribly hard to get,
Newcastle so hard to get as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even Villa, I had to go to an England game to go to the Villa stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Villa's not easy actually.
No, yeah.
Well, you obviously, without bias, you're a Watford fan, so
Yeah.
you can't say Vicarage Road. Which is your favourite that you've done?
In terms of watching football, or like a tourist experience?
The stadium and the experience, I'd say.
I'd
kinda,
say
yeah.
like a touristy experience. Spurs is just a joke of a stadium. It's like foods, the atmosphere is really good at Spurs. Like there's like a, I don't know what the word, like a demeanour that the Spurs have got. Bad fans, bad atmosphere. It was really loud when I went to watch against Dortmund, and obviously like the aesthetic of it is unreal at Spurs. But in terms of watching football, I'd probably either say Ipswich Portman Roads is really good.
That's a good
really
one.
close to the pitch. Only been there once as well, and I was really impressed. And AFC Wimbledon as well, to be honest. I know, yeah.
That's not one I've done, to be fair. So I don't know that one.
It's a weird, it's a mix between old school and modern, but it's two complete ends of the spectrum because you've got it's not a bold type stadium. There's gaps in each corner. There's houses towering over the top of it. They've got then the modern side of it. You've got food trucks within the stadium, like a pub inside of the stadium. Which is a bit of, I've never seen that before. I was quite
It's a
cool.
very residential area, isn't it? It's
And that as well. It's a good mix of old school football and
I
modern.
like stadiums like that. They're good. I always like those stadiums that have that old school feel. Crystal Palace.
I was going to say
Yeah,
Palace.
Palace is
as well.
terrible to watch football from, but
Especially when you're stuck behind one of the big pillars.
but the experience of it is good.
I feel like with Fulham as well. Fulham's there's very residential around the area.
Fulham's a
I think-
unique one as well. The cottage.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think you're going to the away end. You just got houses the opposite side. People just living there.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Speak I went to
Speak about the away end at
couple
Fulham. I did a video where I went in the home and the away end at Fulham.
Oh
Right.
yeah, because
And
they have the
so
neutral bit, don't they?
Yeah, it's a neutral stand, and it was a Premier League game. It was Fulham Brighton that I went to, and I was just I walked in. It was first I went to Craven Cottage because I missed the Watford Fulham Cup game back when we were in the back when it was played, and I walked in. I saw neutral stand, and I thought that can't be right in a Premier League game, neutral stand. And then I was like, I'm gonna have to do something with this. I went to my ticket of where I was designated in the Fulham end, and I saw Fulham score, I saw Iwobi score, and I was like, I said to my friend Ollie, and I was like, should we just try and get into the Brighton end because we're neutrals at the end of the day. We're in the neutral stand.
Yeah.
Let's just give it a go. Obviously, João Pedro was playing for Brighton as well, so I was sort of like, go on, João Pedro to score a little bit. Then half time, I literally just walked round up the stairs. No one stopped at any of us, and we just went and sat in the Brighton with all the Brighton fans.
That is crazy, yeah.
and then Brighton went and scored as well. It was.
You got to celebrate
both.
I celebrated both teams. Yeah.
Whose fans had the better celebrations then?
Oh, it's got to be the away end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Always the away end.
Prefer an away end.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So funny. such a weird concept as well.
Neutral end. Yeah.
I've heard about it. I've never been to.
It wasn't like I was a Fulham fan trying to be a menace. I was just a general neutral fan, and I was just like, give it a go.
I'd like to see that in Europe. Try being neutral fan.
God, that'd be bad.
Alex Feyenoord having neutral fans. It's not going to end well for them.
Yeah.
Not at all. Yeah. You try that in the Turkish league or something like that. Like,
I mean, even a
court case going on.
You get River Boca and you got neutral
no way.
Even like a big derby in England. Some of them, like, can you imagine the Timeware derby with a neutral stand?
Yeah.
Bad.
You can tell the accents there as well, can't you?
Yeah.
I got done once, but not done. I got like told off by the Newcastle fans. No, I can't remember what way around it was, but I called the Sunderland fans Geordies.
Yeah.
Absolutely gritting me.
That's bad.
Because to me, they sounded quite similar. And then when I actually broke it down and paid attention, I was like, they actually are different.
Yeah.
And I've got some friends who are from Sunderland as well.
Yeah.
And I told them about it and they were like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, got to make sure it's Mackems and Geordies.
Yeah, Mackems, yeah.